I don't know what Dr. Bawumia is going to say and so on, but I'm watching the PR, of what he's going to say. And one of the first things I realized is that he chose a day on which the AFCON semi-finals are going to be played. Does he want attention? Doesn't he want attention? And if he doesn't want attention, why is it that he's running away from public attention? And if he wants attention, is this the best time to deliver such a message?
Abusia said the nyina ye nim no ene due yi Ghana fo bebre na na se be ye krado e wa twenye mu a ye twen the vice president I will sign the flag bearer for the New Patriotic Party NPP Amanyuku no wache se enei wode nanu de sem ebeba betuja e de afa nani so ade hunu ne vision ne nema wo pese wo ye e de boa wo my Ghana wo twemu se the same philosophy but different path. And even more, one of the major informations I hear say you better no the flag bearer no we are sticking glue and you may you're sticking glue to televisions na yati asema ebekoso ebusia for. But did you know say unfortunately and so AFCON sebe ye de we no ebe hyeso match e wo ho gidigidi AFCON match e wo ho na no Kwesi Pratt e de ababetu dwa se pa se ono wo betena ho se wo tie ye nsema Bawumia e ba beka atro a wo ba beka e de akire Ghana for pardon code ba ko hwebo na we bia nsem bebre ni so e de afa Dr. Muhammad Bawumia ne nsema wo ba beka no eho ene ono akasa so na adwentwa wo e de fa woni ni ginesi a wahyi e de afa Bawumia ginesi a wo ba betu eho abusua ensem no woja fire for fire enya sem ketwa ye be kwa kwagibre na yiti nsema Kwesi Pratt de etu dwansa na no na mekai wo say aha Penax Plus and platform we Penax Plus juicy political trends ni de obinya ni nyina me show say unyan subscribe ya bo humodin subscribe to the channel, like videos no, share the videos na fe fa wo dwintre eto comment section no emuye nkotie ensema Kwesi Pratt edituja. So
I'm sitting back, I don't know what Dr. Bawumia is going to say and so on, but I'm watching the PR of what he's going to say. And one of the first things I realized is that he chose a day on which the AFCON semi-finals are going to be played. Does he want attention? Doesn't he want attention? And if he doesn't want attention, why is it that he's running away from public attention? And if he wants attention, is this the best time to deliver such a message? Because if he wants attention, then clearly there's a PR failure. Complete PR failure. You understand? Now, it's not just that people's attention will be divided and so on. The media houses are also sponsored to carry these football matches and so on. So even finding media houses which will relay this message is going to be a difficulty. You understand? So as an ex-PR practitioner and so on, I looked at the PR and it doesn't look good. The PR doesn't look good at all.
Thank you.
Oh, you're thanking me. The PR doesn't look good at all. Now, the other thing that I think is important, and you do know that the sitting president is somebody that I've known for some time. In fact, I think that I can risk calling him my friend. And I don't like what is being done to him at all. By his own party people. By people around his own vice president and so on. When anything goes wrong, Bawumia then becomes an assistant headmistress. He becomes an aplanque. Then he emphasizes the fact that he's a vice president and not the president. When something goes right, he's the first to claim it. Why are you doing this to Nana Akufo-Addo? What has Nana Akufo-Addo done to you people? This man has led your party and government for 8 years and is about to retire. And all of a sudden, we are all running away from him like a plague. I pity him. I wonder what will happen to him when he's left the presidency. Because even when he's sitting on the seat as president, look at what his people are doing to him. It's most unfortunate, and to a very large extent, I think it is irresponsible to heap all the blame on Nana Akufo-Addo for everybody else to take cover. Now listen to me, my brother. Let's take the Aplanke example. Okay. You are an Aplanke on a trotro bus, which is going to Nsawam. Okay? When the bus gets to Caprice Junction, the driver gets down and takes a bottle of hypertension. And the driver comes staggering into the car. Of course, if you're a good Aplanke, you should know that the possibility of all of you on the bus dying before you get to Nsawam is very high. If this Aplanke sits on the bus, does not complain, does not do anything about the circumstances, and the car crashes at Ufanko Junction, what kind of Aplanke is that? Would you give your car to that Aplanke to drive? So this Aplanke business, drop it. Let us assume that what is being said about Vice President Bawumia is true. That he was only a vice president, he was not in the driving seat. As Benton says, he was sidelined. Let us assume that it is true. Okay. Now, let us also take into account the fact that if everything went well, he would not be running away from some of the policies and actions that they have taken. He would have claimed credit, you understand? It is only because some things did not go well that he's docking, you understand? Now, so, and as Benton himself says that, look, the Akufo-Addo administration, the Mahama administration all failed. That is his assessment. Okay. Now, if you have a vice president for 7 years who has been sidelined and things are happening recklessly, okay, and things are not going well and so on, and he continues to sit down as vice president, does not resign, does not protest and so on, would you entrust the destiny of the country into the hands of a vice president who simply doesn't care when things are going wrong? This is just common sense and logic. And you do know that I'm not interested in insulting anybody.
Exactly.
But if you have a vice president for 7 years, he has been sidelined. He comes up with policies which are to be implemented by ministers. The ministers don't do it. What he says, nobody takes, and so on. And he comfortably sits there for 7 years, waiting for 8 years to come, so that we can get rid of his president, for him to become president. Is that a good vice president? Tell me. Is that a good vice president that he sat down in all of this? He was sidelined. He gave directions which were ignored and so on for 7 years, in fact, more than 7 years. And then in the end, he turns around and says, yes, I knew things were bad. I could have done something about it. I was sidelined, and I stayed there quietly. I refused to resign. Make me the president, and I'll do wonders. Incredible. Put that aside too, my brother. Put that aside. And listen, very, very carefully. So I'm sitting back. I don't know what Dr. Bawumia is going to say and so on. But I'm watching the PR, of what he's going to say. And one of the first things I realized is that he chose a day on which the AFCON semi-finals are going to be played. Does he want attention? Doesn't he want attention? And if he doesn't want attention, why is it that he's running away from public attention?